All right, guys. So, Narc, a couple days ago, made a video about saying goodbye to Ashes of Creation because he made content for it at least over 4 years now, and he felt, with good reason. I've watched the entire video. He felt disrespected in regards to everything on how it was treated and how things look and how the desert was looking. Like there's a plethora of different things. I haven't been able to watch Asmon's video yet. To give him a little bit of my 2 cents, I agree with Narc, and then I also agree, not like I haven't watched Steven's video yet, but I understand that it's an ongoing thing. You have, over time, you build a game. Intrepid hasn't been able to deliver on certain promises because, delivery of games can take a minute. So I want to say I'm kind of on both people's sides. There's good responses on both sides. What I'm trying to say is Narc has some good points, and so does, Steven, in like saying that there's a lot of things to work on for a game. Let's go ahead and watch Steven's response. I would like to see how we responded to Asmon as well as Narc. So let's go ahead and watch this here.
Hey Asmon, I just watched your video reviewing Narc's very unfortunate video about Ashes, and I wanted to take just a moment to go through a couple of the things that he says that I feel are really disingenuous and unfortunately
disingenuous,
a very negative light on myself, on the team, on the project. And I think that it's very intentional what he did in his video. And I think it's important to the viewers that they have an opportunity to really inspect and understand what Narc is saying and whether or not it's accurate and true and whether or not there's a bias there. And if he's trying to paint a picture that is overly negative for the purposes of trying to defame the project because of whatever reason that he's become discontent about us. But, I think the biggest...
Narc has a lot of pull, though. Narc does, because he's been covering the game for 4 years. So he has technically a reason to give input on it and everything in that regard. And, I mean, what he's standing in now, of course, I haven't seen the desert area yet, but from what I saw in Narc's, it just shows a bunch of desert. So, again, willing to listen.
Biggest takeaway in watching his video that can give a real clear sign to the viewers that what he is saying is not accurate is the way he portrays the desert. And 2 years ago we had let me set my speed a little bit lower. 2 years ago we had a
he's flying
of our development update, kind of walking.
See, yeah, if this is the desert, then this is pretty much what they delivered on. But I wonder if this is the actual live area, if they released it yet.
Through the zone of the desert that was completed, so that players could see what that desert's going to look like, what the zone's going to be like. And in his video, he goes to the edge of the map. Basically, you can see, kind of this area, which is the entrance into the desert. And this desert is supposed to be relatively large.
Yeah, and then that's also okay. Again, that's why I didn't. You always have to hear both sides of the story, because Narc was probably all the way the hell out here. Narc was probably all the way the fuck out here, dude. This area is more developed. Yeah, so he might be not painting the right picture, but also Narc wants more. And, whatever. But, yeah, again, not taking sides.
All the way kind of down out here.
Yeah.
And this section is still incomplete, right? We are building the game. We are in alpha. We have been very clear that there is a significant amount of work, of course, for us to do. The approach that I have taken with this project has been one to kind of show that process very clearly to the players. And he makes a claim that, what we show is not real or is fake to some degree or some way. And that's just completely false. He purposefully goes out to the...
So after Steven showing us this video, we get to fly, right?
edge of the
Right,
desert in
Oracle?
his video without giving any context to the viewers that this whole section of the desert exists, right? This is some 26 square kilometers of desert area that is present within the world, and he doesn't show any of that.
That's true.
Which I think is really just unfortunate. Here we have a little player here. Hold on.
Do we?
Let me give them a Christmas hat because they found me.
Uh-huh.
So, just kind of running through this space, you ask yourself, why would Narc purposefully show for a minute and a half in his video a completely barren section of the edge of the map to try to demonstrate to the viewer that what we showed was not real, when in fact there is a huge portion of the desert that is complete, that is a playable space, that has monsters in it, that is exactly what we showed in our preview of the desert biome. It's completely disingenuous, and it's intended to influence the viewer's perception of us, of myself, and to demean, our character.
So I guess it comes down to, why did Narc not show this? Did Narc want the entire thing completed?
Is just completely unfair. And we don't have a way to inform all of the people who go and watch Narc's video. It has over 100,000 views now. Or
it does.
Your video, which is going to have 500,000 or 1 million views, and people are going to walk away from that video and they're going to think, wow, why would they show something that is inaccurate when here is exactly what we showed, right? So I think it's important that people see that. And I think it's important that they understand that this section of the world is here, that we do not show any updates or development that is not real, that is fake. I understand that people have been burned through many other developments that have, shown things that aren't exactly accurate. But that's not the case.
There's the scorpion. There's a scorpion from the actual, from the showcase,
Here's our scorpion mama.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at her. How's she doing? Oops. Okay, she got a little angry. Definitely got a little angry.
Definitely.
But we'll leave her behind. So that's
typical Steven, man, getting distracted with a serious conversation by fighting something in game.
Point. The other thing that I wanted to talk about for just a second was that we're 230 plus people that are working on this project, and Ashes of Creation is obviously a very ambitious MMORPG that we're trying to create, and it's not always going to be rosy and sunshine in the development process. There are steps that we're going to take forward, and there are steps that we're going to take backwards. And that's okay as long as we stick to that transparent, aspect of showing our community, showing our core audience what we're working on and, what's up and coming. We're now in this Alpha 2 phase where players are capable of participating, 5 days a week, although we've been up for the past almost 3 weeks now.
Yeah, they have been up every day.
And not everything, we have a roadmap, a very clear roadmap of when additional systems and features are going to be included. And we're going to obviously try to stick to that feature.
I mean, I'm siding with Steven and Intrepid on this. Narc has every freedom to make a video. However, what happens is that basically he only showed one aspect of this. He really only showed one aspect, and that is very wrong to do in general. But I don't want to create any haters or people saying, oh, Turkle said this, and I was like, well, no. I mean, he's showing something that's completely different than what Narc has showed, and everything like that, and that's mind-boggling.
A roadmap, but there are things that can happen in development that can set you back, and we are open and honest about what those things can be. And it is very unfortunate when Narc, for the purposes of acquiring views and or followers and subscribers, wants to take things to a very negative place because negativity can sell.
Yes. And dude, that's what I think he did right off the bat. Because the more negative you are, I mean, why do you think usually in general news covers more negative stuff? There is positive stuff that news goes over, but what is majority of news? Negativity. That's usually what they cover. It pulls in people. They're like, oh, did you hear what happened in Nebraska? Oh my God, those poor people. You know, that's just how it is. And so,
but in
Narc kind of pulled the same technique. I mean, and look, he got 100,000, views. Maybe 500 subs. I mean, it helped to grow his channel, but
instead he had an opportunity to expand upon what we're doing to kind of educate, people as part of this transparent development process, what it takes to make an MMORPG.
Yes, false advertisement, that makes sense, but then this is an active, living, breathing alpha. And that's the thing, is that he showcased a portion of it where it's not even, he's showing right now, it's not showing the actual statue that was in that showcase, because I reacted to that showcase. There was some aspects, and it did show actually some aspects that were a pure desert where Narc was. So, but they also showed this point where the Snorse is at, everything like that. This is actually here. It's here. So,
PG. Yeah. And for many years he did that, but over the course of the last year he went to a very negative place, and because of that we didn't engage with him at all as a content creator, and I think that led to him creating this kind of negative echo chamber which he became beholden to.
I can see that,
which is unfortunate. So anyways, I heard your commentary about coming on your show and talking about anything. I am more than happy to do that. Of course, I hate to give any attention to these types of claims, which are just completely false. But when it reaches the level of viewership and interest that it has right now, I'm kind of forced to do that. And I know a lot of people look at me and they say, hey, you're the director of the game. You shouldn't be, engaging with you should kind of stay above the fray.
I'm fucking glad Steven did. Because Narc made the claim straight to Steven. Who else is better to make the claim back to Narc? This is a quarrel between them two. It's like not taking a teddy bear and go fight Narc with it. It's like, no, this is between them. And I'm glad Steven responded.
That's not why I made this company, and that's not why I started this project. I have dedicated myself over the last 8 years in building this company up from very humble beginnings of just a dozen people when we first started to what it is today, which is a very large project that is in the works and trying to accomplish something that I think players want within the space, which is an honest team that is not going to be introducing pay to win, that is going to respect the players' achievements and integrity, that is here because we want this game too. So that's something that I think is important.
That's enough for me.
It really gets lost when creators like Narc or others give him a platform that is just simply completely false, and it's so hard to bear. It's hard to bear as a person who is very invested, invested both monetarily, emotionally, and in my life to creating something for a group of people that I affiliate myself with. Which is, the gaming community, the MMORPG gaming community. So, anyways, I just wanted to make this quick video.
This is fleshed out over
your channel, and then I would be very, very happy to join you and talk about anything that you'd like to. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Dang. Anyways, okay. Dang, this has been a whole ordeal, hasn't it? Okay, so with that being said, Narc, wanted the game to do very, very well, I feel. And so I feel what's going on is he expected more. He expected more, but he did do it through a little bit of a smoke and mirrors. Like, this is what we're getting. In reality, there's also, this is what's being shown. So I think he should have shown everything. Be like, hey, they did show this portion of the showcase, but this portion wasn't. This portion, what is this? There should be more honesty when you're making a video. Negativity, like he said, gets views, and it does across everything. I want to say that I still believe in Intrepid, and I may not play it as much as I want to right now, but I will be playing it at launch in a lot. and it is fun. It's a fun MMO. It's a different MMO for me, and definitely always going to keep playing it. But Steven in Intrepid is doing very well. Anyways, I don't know what else to really say, because Narc was complaining because he had every right to, but he kind of gave a little bit of a different perspective on it, and it's creating negativity to the game, and people that would have tried it, not trying it, and that's affecting Intrepid's dollar, so they have every reason to kind of be like, whoa, this is actually what's going on. This is, anyways. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. Guys, you all have a great night, great day, anything. Make sure you play Ashes. It is a lot of fun. Make sure to comment, sub, like. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. See you guys.